Will Mr. Rattle's dreams come true? Who is the mysterious Don? Where does role of Rattle and Roll fit into this? Why did Mr. Rattle stow away to America? What is a jam? Where did Mr. Rattle get counterfeit money? Why doesn't Mr. Rattle have whiskers? All these and other questions will be answered in the first and following issues of Rattle and Roll.
Twisted Fairy Tales. The YouTube show you love to watch bring you an anthology truly top-notch. Over 14 stories and over 80 pages. Rest assured this is not for all ages, so sit back in your chair, drink up your ale, and grab your copy of Twisted Fairy Tales. Showcasing creators, both old and new, the bargain bin knew just what to do. Cool art, cool stories, all from cool scripts. To top it off, we added some sexy chicks.
Bargain bin, let's see what crowd is in. Baba Dave and his hair. He's old man, but please don't stare. Alright, he's on the bargain bin. Now this just in, it's just in. Our new guy who just snuck in. He takes a joke, he just don't care. He's a regular gummy bear. New boy, here on the bargain bin. Bonus section, it's area black. For the furries, he's got your back. Along with Neve, that rhymes with Steve. Can she weave? She'll knit you a sleeve. Whoa, they're on the bargain bin. It's on Monday night. If you're lucky, it's on time. It's a pile of shite, but to miss it is a crime. Just out the gate, it's Rob GP. He's not a dog, but he'll make you pee. Up for a laugh, he'll laugh at Oat. If he falls flat, he'll get his coat. Whoa, we are the bargain bin. You hear the bargain bin, huh? This is the bargain bin.
Good evening, Internet! Oh no, I still got the thing up. Let's take that off there. You know, I need more practice at this. How's the weather where you're at? It's getting cold in here. I'm wearing 15 layers. It is getting so cold, it's freezing my tits off. Right, how are you all doing, everybody? It's freezing. And let's see, someone who's particularly affected by the cold. Need I say more?
Yeah. Winter has well and truly announced its return. So I'm enjoying a cup of tea in the evening.
Good on you, Grandad.
Yeah, why the hell not? I'd say that to you.
There's nobody here that calls
around,
me that anymore.
No,
say what?
No. I'd usually say it to you, but it's kind of gone the other way around now. So I'll take it on this one.
Good man, good man. Take one for the team. Right.
Who
Talking of taking one for the team, here we are again without Aria. He's stuck with his thumb freezing off somewhere outside Birmingham. Hopefully we'll see him a little bit later. Who we do have, though, is ho, ho, ho. It's Dojo.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show again. It's been a while.
It has been way too long. It's been, I don't know. I have no idea. Like possibly within the first 6 months of the show.
Yeah, it was pretty early in the days of CGUK.
And I was young.
Back in my day.
indeed. Yeah, dude. How's the weather treating you where you are? Is it cold yet?
It is. We're going down to the mid 30s at night, so that's.
Translation, somebody? Translation?
Yeah, I was like, what is that for you guys?
I have no idea.
We've got such a.
It's cold. That's all we need to worry about.
It's cold. It's winter coat season again. It's not quite freezing out there yet, but we've got a cold, gray, rainy day. I'm looking out over the lake right now, and it's not even a pretty sight because it's so gray. So, yeah.
Right. I had a student tell me that she got up this morning, went to her car, and it was frozen over.
Oh, wow.
That's not good.
That's very cold where you are. Yes.
Yeah.
We have to have our first freeze.
I'm not looking forward to it. Right.
No.
Let's have a quick check. Okay, that was me. By the way, this is me. I have the power. Oh, sorry. I have the power.
There you go.
That's He-Man. And do I have the touch? No, I'm keeping my hands above the desk. Hello. Hello to Chuck Jose. That's Miss Trombone. For Rattle and Roll, it could well be. Henry Fillmore. Man, he must have got really ragged at school, eh? Fillmore, that's a great name. Right, let's see. Thomas Duke, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you here. Yo, Tukey, pick up the phone. And Bionic, bruh, you want some of this? Smash that like button. Yeah. All righty, and Red Dress, a good man. Good to see you guys here again. It's good. We're getting regular people. I like it. So, okay, listen, Dojo.
Yes, sir.
Tell us everything.
All right.
Start with the dinosaurs and work your way forward.
Oh, so how do you know when I was born? I didn't even start. I was going to say when I was a wee lad. When I last joined the Bargain Bin, I was talking about Projectile Reptile, and that book is on Indiegogo. It is in demand.
Name.
What's that?
It's a brilliant name.
Oh, thank you. I have to give some credit to one of the guys in the chat who went by the name Tentacle Pentacle. Now, I haven't seen him in quite a while. Oh, wow. You okay?
So let me get this right. You had pentacle testicles and erectile dysfunction.
Oh yeah, I was tempted to put like a one-page scoop of projectile erectile reptile, because I thought that was hilarious too. But when Tentacle Pentacle came on the show, I thought that was pretty clever, that rhyming scheme. So I decided, what character could I come? So anyway, Projectile Reptile was born, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It starts in the Old West. He's transported. Well, first he's transformed into this reptile man. Then he's transported through time. So it's got everything and the kitchen sink in this book. So he's transported through time to my modern day superhero universe, and I've been publishing since 2014. So I've got about 12 books that have been published now. This will be the 13th. Should I get blessed and have it funded? And Projectile Reptile is part of the Dojo Kun superhero universe. I have about 154 characters so far. And I've got more books in the hopper, which maybe we'll take a minute to look at my website in a little while. We'll have a look at the books that are already out there. And there's a few that are listed there that are coming soon. But the one that we're here to talk about today is a licensed book from Janice Hardy. She's an award-winning novelist who wrote the Healing Wars trilogy. You can see the books right here. So she wrote the Healing Wars. And this one here is the first book of the series called The Shifter. I'll tell the story. I'm probably going to bore some people with it, but new eyes help.
No, not at all.
Nice.
Yeah. But it'll be a quick story. So my wife read this trilogy, Really
You're on the
loved
wrong stream for quick stories.
Well, see,
Sorry,
but if
carry
mine
on.
are quick, then Rob can continue talking like he likes to.
Oh, ouch.
My wife read it. She said, now listen, I know that you're a big fan of high fantasy like Wheel of Time and Song of Ice and Fire and books like that. She said, but I think you'll really like this one, even though it's mostly aimed toward a young adult audience. She said, it's a quick read, and I really think you'd like it. In fact, I did. I went through all 3 of them within about a week, and I liked it so much I was recommending it to my friend Steve. Well, Steve said, yeah, I know. I've read it already. It's a great trilogy. Would you like to talk to the author?
No.
And I was like, well, yes, I would. How do you know the author? He said, I work with her husband.
Ooh.
So yeah, he and her husband work in different states, but they work remotely for the same company.
Huh.
So he got me in touch with her husband, and then I contacted Janice, and she thought it was a great idea to adapt her trilogy into comic book form. So we hammered out a license agreement, and that license agreement, the amount that is due to her in order to make this a comic book, is part of my fundraising goal.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
the first time some of you may have seen this book was in early 2021. I did a campaign at that time, and I learned some things when it didn't fund. Number one, the funding goal at that time was $10,000. And
Okay.
that's because it was going to be a much larger book. And I was trying to pay for her entire license in the first campaign. Because I felt like it would be a good idea to just get that out of the way. You know,
Yep.
like just pay her what she's due and then move forward with making the comic. Well, I think a lot of people saw that $10,000 goal and they were kind of put off by that. They probably thought, I'm not sure you're even going to make it. And because they were unsure, they didn't back it. And because they didn't back it, I didn't make it. Right? So that's goal,
a circle of strife.
That's right. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy almost. So this goal is much lower. It's just $5,000. The price point, it's going to be fewer pages, and therefore I've lowered the price point on this one too. So I've got new goal, new price point, a new cover. The old cover was newly colored. I have a new 3D printed swag that goes with the top tier. So there's a lot of things that I'm doing a little differently with this campaign that I hope strike a chord with the readers. Oh, okay. So yeah, no worries.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No worries. So this one is called Janice Hardy's The Healing Wars, Book 1, Part 1, The Shifter. And so what is The Shifter? Oh, you know what? If we could bring up the campaign.
Hang on a second. Let me ask you a question there, buddy. Let me
Yes, sir.
interrupt you and say, what is the shifter?
Well, he's going to ask the question. All right. So there are a number of people in this character's world. The character is Naya. She's the female protagonist of the book that can do something called shifting, where they take pain out of a person and they can actually heal their wounds, but they transfer the pain into something called pinvium, which is a blue, shiny, smooth metal. So when people transfer that into the metal, obviously it heals the person and that pain is gone. They can shape that metal into weapons. So if you imagine you're getting hit with a sword, obviously that would have its own amount of pain, but then it also transfers a bunch of pain that has been stored in the sword to you. I thought that was a brilliant mechanism that Janice came up with. So the thing is, the people who do that work for the Healers League. It's like a religious organization in this world. Naya, though, she can't transfer it into pinvium. She can only transfer it from a person to another person. So she's worried in this world. By the way, she's on an island nation that's been taken over by an occupying military force. So her nation's under siege, basically. She has to keep her ability hidden or she'll be weaponized against her own people. So she's very worried about that. She is an orphan. She's homeless for most of the story. So what this is a character who starts from very meager beginnings, a lot like the characters in The Hunger Games or Divergent. This protagonist, Naya, she decides that she's going to stand up against this occupying force and do something. She has some friends who help out, like a lot of heroes do, but she goes on the typical hero's journey. If you read these books, though, it's not so similar to Hunger Games that you would think you're reading the same story again. There's a lot of different story mechanisms and a lot of really neat characteristics that Janice puts in there. Now, Janice has been a novelist for quite a while. She's got a few books in addition to this one, and she also has a website called Fiction University. So she's a prolific writer, and I'm very happy to say that she's also one of the editors on my book.
Awesome.
Yeah. What's the matter, Rob?
Sorry, I just realized right at the beginning, because we were talking about licensing today, I had the ticker with "I'd rather be in the off license." That's very disrespectful while you're pitching your book.
Oh, I see. Well, thanks for
I mean, I
taking
could
that
show
down.
you this one instead.
Oh, there you go.
License. I hope you got a license for that.
I do.
Nice.
So I don't know the theme of your show, if you want me to go on about that, or if you want to talk about licensed comics first, or how you want to do that.
I think we'll go on. We'll come back to the licensing, and we'll come back to your story to the story as well.
Okay.
I jumped ahead. I don't know why I jumped ahead. Very often we jump in. We do a bit of news segment, at the beginning. But although I don't think you've got much, have you, in the way of news, Justin?
No, it's nothing really worth talking about at the moment.
All right, but okay. Tell you what, we'll carry on with Dojo. We'll come back because I've got one piece of news, but I'm really interested. I got a question. How much input what is the author's name again?
Her name is Janice Hardy.
Janice. How much input did Janice have, like in the storyboarding, in the look and the feel of the book?
So, yeah, it was difficult to distill a novel down to comic book form. So the input came from her editing. When I brought it down to comic book form and tried to pick those scenes in the book that I felt were the most important and would move the story along the best. And I had to, of course, cut away a lot of scenes because this could be like 1,000 comic books long if you took everything in, right? So I had to pick the scenes that would fit best. And then I presented the script to her, both to perform as the editor and the final approval of what I wrote, to make sure that it met her intent, to make sure that the voices of the characters were consistent and that they were also consistent with what she wanted them to be like. Honestly, having her as the editor was very helpful because she did remove a scene and then add another. Like she said, this one I'd really think doesn't move the story along as well as this one could. So I took that scene, wrote it for the comic book in comic book script form, and then she approved that one.
Okay, so it's not like that you saw at least the penciled pages and then, so you saved some time there, yeah?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. There's a reason why I'm mentioning that, because I'll come on to that in my news point a little bit later.
Okay.
Good.
Foreshadowing.
So yeah, indeed. How about this then? Did you want me to share? Do you want to share your page?
Which do you want to go to, my webpage first or the campaign?
Let me see. I think I'll tell you what. Let you share yours, because the way I've got the screen set up, the text kind of scrunches up. So I'll let you share that first.
Okay, let me know when you can see it.
While we're doing this, there you are already. Ta-da! Let's have a quick. All right, hey Shane, how you doing? Connor Satate. Right, and then that was Shane and the others we've mentioned. Good to see you here, buddy. Right, here we have Janice Hardy's The Healing Wars, Book 1, Part 1. Cool.
So if you don't mind, I'd like to start with the trailer. You're going to hear a bit in the trailer, like I've already explained, but I think it's worth it because the voiceover work here is very, very well done.
Cool. Yeah, go for it.
Naya is an orphan with a rare gift. Others with this gift can take pain from a person and transfer it into the cobalt blue metal known as pinvium. But Naya's gift is flawed. She can only transfer pain from one person to another. Orphaned on an island nation occupied by a conquering enemy and trying to locate her missing sister, Naya has to make sure they don't find out, or she'll be weaponized against her own people. Be sure to back Janice Hardy's The Healing Wars, Book 1, Part 1, The Shifter, from Dojo-kun Comics.
Yeah, cool.
Good
Nice.
voiceover.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's very he does very good. He's a prolific Fiverr voiceover artist.
Mm.
All right, cool.
So as you can see here, I'll start on the left side. Cover A is by Zilson Costa, who's the interior artist. It was recolored, like I said, this time by Don Edwards, who is in the CG Circle. He is he's got a new book coming out later this month called God's Eye, Omega Mission, and I think he did a much better job coloring this cover. So this will be the main cover. I did it sort of like a cinema poster. And then the second cover is by Renzo Rodriguez, colors by Josh Rodriguez, but no relation between the two gents. This one here, I decided I would ask for a scene that's actually in the comic book.
Right.
So this is one of the first scenes where she meets Danilo. And the reason I mentioned Danilo's name is he's a very significant part of the story. And his blade is actually the 3D prop that we'll talk about in just a little bit. So make note of that blade there that he has.
Okay.
Here's some interior art by Zilson. So as you see, the first scene where Naya meets Danilo, he is menacing her with that blade as she's trying to steal a chicken. She's got to look for work in this island nation that's being overrun by not only the occupying army, but also migrants from other nations that army has already taken over. So they're immigrants, basically. So she's looking for work, and it's a difficult time to find it. Here she is with her good friend, Aylin. Aylin is a good resource for her. She's one of the people I said that help her. There is a ferry boat accident. Two of them crash into one another, and she runs out into the water to help rescue people. And as you can see right here, she's using her healing powers to take pain from someone. She doesn't shift it into somebody else yet. She's able to store it like a battery for a while until she has somewhere she can transfer it. There is a 20-page making of the shifter ash can, which is available both as part of the bundled tiers and its own add-on. There's a 22-page coloring book that's available because this is an all-ages comic book. So I figure if somebody's buying it for a youngster, they might also be interested in getting them a coloring book. That's also available as its own tier or as an add-on. There is a one-of-a-kind glittered sketch card by Dave Ryan. The glitter is in her eyelids, her lips, and where she's using her powers. So it's autographed on the back by Dave Ryan, and there won't be others made. This is just a one-of-a-kind sketch card.
Okay, cool.
The healing. So let me go back up now to the tiers. I don't want to give away that 3D print yet. So the tiers are, now the one thing about Fund My Comic is you cannot put them in the order you want them. They'll only go in dollar value order. So for example, the making of Ashcan is $8. That's why that's listed first.
Okay.
There is a $10 book. That's the coloring book. So it's second. Third up, and this is the main book. This is the price point. It's a 28-page full color book. It's a physical copy of the Healing Wars, book 1, part 1, The Shifter. And it's $15 for the main cover, just $18 for the variant. For those of you overseas, the shipping is a bit of a hassle. So if you choose to back, I really appreciate it because you're taking a chance and paying that extra. I really appreciate those that back and want to see this kind of thing. Yeah. The Healers League tier. The Healers League is the religious organization I told you where they hire people to do the healing for them. You get both books, both covers. You get the ash can and the coloring book, plus any stretch goals that we reach. We'll talk about stretch goals in a bit. There's the one-of-a-kind card on its own. And then the top tier, the $100 tier, is both covers, the ash can, the coloring book, any stretch goals, plus the 3D print. So now I can show you the 3D print. So the 3D print is Danilo's blade. It's substantial in size. Here I am holding it. I really love the black and red filament that my 3D printer uses. It really gives it oh, that one's a little blurry. Let's stick with this one. I really love the black and red. And if you want, let me see here. If you can solo me out.
Oh, right.
I can do this.
Make it big.
Make it big.
Embiggen me. So here is the
That's
note.
actually nice.
Yeah, totally.
As you can see, the stand and sword are separate. It's whoa, let's not break it right away.
Ah!
So yeah, and I love how the letters came out too.
That's cool. That is cool. Yeah, I like that.
It takes my printer about 16 hours to print this.
Right.
So
Wow.
each one. So yeah, there are going to be 10 available. He's willing to print 10 of them.
That is a long time to be working on that. Yeah.
It is,
Cool.
yes.
Yeah.
And then let me see. After that, okay. So stretch goals. I don't want to get too big for my britches here, but we do have some stretch goals that are possible. There's a 6 a.m. magnet. There's a Healing Wars metal trading card or a chibi stickers. I haven't yet assigned stretch goals because I don't want to get ahead of myself here. Let's first see if we get funded before we go that route.
Right. Cool. So you got 4 backers, 2 days in.
Yep.
Let me see.
3% of the $5,000 goal on Fund My Comic. You can set a 364-day term if you want. So I have.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'll see that.
part of the reason for that is this. I know that sometimes young adult comic books are a little difficult to get backings for because a lot of people are interested, like Bionic Bra said earlier today on Sugar Chris's stream, the Red Dress Press. He said, yeah, because a lot of readers are all about the tits and the gore. And he's right. That's the big sellers. But I still have heard recently a lot of people asking for all ages comics. So I'm hoping to reach those audiences. And here's the reason that I'm on both Fund My Comic and Kickstarter. For Fund My Comic, I hope to reach the people who are in my indie comics circles, the people who are creators and fans who I've met over the years. I've been involved with CG specifically since around the fall of 2020. But before that, I'd been publishing for about 6 years. So I'm hoping to reach those folks for Fund My Comic. The Kickstarter, the reason I'm going there, despite my reservations about Kickstarter, and I understand a lot of people are vehemently against it. However, with Kickstarter, I'm trying to reach a very wide audience, particularly those that are fans of novels like the ones that Janice wrote. So I'm trying to reach out to Janice's fan base. I'm contacting literally dozens of book reviewing websites and saying, I understand that you review books. I don't know if you've reviewed The Healing Wars, but number one, you should, because it's a fantastic trilogy. And number two, I have an exclusive license to adapt it into graphic novel form. Are you interested in having an interview? And I've already received a few responses. So hopefully I'm getting inroads to that group, and they would be far more likely and familiar with Kickstarter.
All right, cool. I just noticed this.
What did you
Package! Thank you for that. Right. Shane says, sounds interesting enough to be an image comic. Well, good.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, absolutely, I would. Yeah, sounds like a hell of a lot of work. Certainly gone into that. Absolutely.
Yes, it has.
So, how far along are you? I mean, is the comic ready?
No, sadly, this crowdfunding is going to pay for its production because I am #just a writer. I need to hire an artist, a colorist, and a letterer.
Right.
I do have some of the pages done. You saw some of them in the campaign. It's about 16% done. And Zilson is still, he's working away on the pages. So, I still do need for the comic book to be funded in order to finish this project. Right. If we do get it funded, there's a potential for 15 issues of this comic book. I'm assuming about 5 issues per novel. Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering because you mentioned you the original goal was $10,000. $10,000.
That's right.
How much of the comic was already finished during that campaign?
During that campaign, probably only around 3 pages were done.
Ah, right. Okay. Right. All right then.
So in the interim, since the early 2021, of course, I've put more of my money into this campaign, trying to keep it moving along. And also, too, it's important to note that, we talked a little while ago about Projectile Reptile. That campaign is still in demand. So certainly there are going to be people who ask, you haven't fulfilled that one yet. Why are you starting the Healing Wars, the shifter. And here's why. I have a good reason. The license that I have with Janice Hardy has an expiration date. So if I don't get moving on this and show her that my intent is to get this done, that expiration date passes, she may not have an issue with that. She may still allow me to do it, but she might also say, I love this idea so much, I'm going to find somebody who'll get it done. Right. So I can't just sit on this. I need to get moving on it, get it done, and get it in the hands of the fans so that she understands that my passion and my excitement about this are real.
Okay. Yeah. I see. Yeah. Shane says, not against Kickstarter, as there are still nice looking indie comics on that site. Sure.
I have to agree. Yeah. I don't know if you guys are aware of the fraudulent campaigns that were on Kickstarter a while back.
Yeah, I'm aware of them.
Vinny Tartamella was one of the first ones I was made aware of. He was just absolutely livid about it. So I was in his chat at the time, and I sort of went to bat for him. I contacted Kickstarter. I said, listen, I'm a fraud examiner. I see this fraudulent campaign, and you need to take this down. If you don't, I need to contact the Federal Trade Commission. And they said, yeah, you know what? Do what you got to do. I think they thought they thought I was bluffing. I'm like, listen, I'm obligated now that I've seen this to report it. So I went to the Federal Trade Commission. Now, honestly, guys, the Federal Trade Commission has much bigger fish to fry. I honestly didn't think they would do anything about it, to be honest with you, because the campaign, the fraudulent campaign on Kickstarter had only raised like $5,000 at the time. So
but that's $5,000 of somebody else's money.
Yes, yeah. It's still a fraud. I honestly thought that they were just going to ignore it, but they didn't. It must have been a slow day or something. They contacted the Kickstarter, and it was down within 3 hours.
Nice.
So it also happened to Aaron Lepresti. It happened to Rini Strakowski. It happened to I'm forgetting his name, Alejandro Vies, the one who did Columns of Creation. So in all of those instances, I advised them how to contact the FTC to get that taken down. Because, well, first of all, contact Kickstarter. Give them at least the opportunity to take it down without getting the feds involved. Because maybe they see we're serious and they'll just take it down. That may have been the case in a couple instances. So, so with all that in mind, I do have reservations about using Kickstarter. But at the same time, the vast majority of the readers on Kickstarter don't know all that. They're just looking for great comics. They're looking for opportunities, perhaps. Yes, I know Kickstarter has a lot of TNA books with dozens and dozens of variant covers. I get that. I do. But also, too, there are also opportunities to sell adults or sell comic books that are for adults and all ages. So that's the audience I'm hoping to reach.
Yeah, cool. Good. Righty. I think at the moment, let's see, because we want to fit a few things in today.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to give myself a bong.
Really? Right here on the air?
No, hang on a sec. The bong is more...
Oh, that
kind
of
bong. Hang on a sec. Well, let's take this out. No. Back. Why is everything so complicated?
Why have you frozen?
Have I frozen?
You did for a second there. You did freeze for a minute there.
Yeah, my internet. This is why for the past, month or so, I've had suffering from splinternet because we moved house about 5 months ago, and the internet doesn't matter what provider. It's like the maximum of 16 megabytes. Or 16 megabits per second. It's like, ouch, nothing. Calvin and Hobbes. What does that say to you guys?
What does it say? A very entertaining comic strip.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, where the heck has Bill Watterson been all this time? And I'll tell you. Hang on a second.
News. Drum roll, please.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. Good. I'm glad you're playing with. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, I figure let's fill the dead air because
move this
dead air is not an alternative.
Right. Okay, Bill Watterson, long-awaited return, polarizes fans. So he's worked with this guy. Let me see, what's his name? Bill Watterson and John Cash. Do you know the name?
No.
Me neither. Me neither. It's got a very interesting look. It's an incredibly different, just from these images, look to Calvin and Hobbes. No, and let me see, where is it? Oh, there. So it's available on Amazon already, but a lot of people are apparently it's only got like about 3 out of 5 out of 123 ratings so far. So I think possibly people are going to be a little bit, possibly going to be expecting something else. No. One thing I did read is that they wasted about a year on this because they have different visions and they kept vetoing each other's work. Yeah. So ouch for a start.
That makes for a difficult collaboration.
Yeah,
well,
it does.
Absolutely. He celebrated caricaturist Cash. What was it? It was like driving a car with 2 steering wheels. So, yeah, I've not seen it yet. I don't know. I don't know if it appeals to me like this.
So you're saying that this is actually pictures of Calvin and Hobbes taken a different route, or that you just meant this is much different from Calvin?
No. It's very different to Calvin and Hobbes. I think a lot of people who who've been avid followers of Calvin and Hobbes, maybe they were expecting something more like what they used to.
Okay.
And this
something
again
a bit more
would
lighthearted.
be quite possibly. I don't know really how different this is going to be. I'm showing this tab instead. Hey, there we go. Let me see. 15 minutes, 30 seconds. We're not going to watch that. No. But let's see if we can get
too long. Didn't view.
Yeah. But I do like the illustrations. I've seen some illustrations somewhere. Like Bill Watterson. Everybody knows him for the Tiger and Calvin and Hobbes.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one picture which was absolutely fantastic that really looked like a superhero comic. Maybe later I'll dig that out, and it's kind of very different to the rest of what you find with Calvin and Hobbes. Right. Okay. So that's what I wanted to mention there. There's something new from Bill Watterson. Okay. I'm going to remove that. Next point. I think we'll call that "Show Us What You Got." There you go.
Good I like that.
Show and tell.
Yeah, but I do prefer "Show Us What You Got." Right. So licensing. Let's have the guest first. I mean, obviously you've licensed. Okay. Is this the first book you've licensed from somebody else, from another writer then?
This is the first one that required a license. I did have a collaboration with another writer on a book called The Loved Ones, which was a 100-page horror book that he gave me the concept. I wrote the book and he did all of the art.
Okay. All right.
So that was a collaboration, which is not an answer to your question. So this is indeed the first licensed book.
Okay. All righty.
All right. So I have my licensed books in categories because I went out to my collection and grabbed quite a few. So the first category I have is comic books that are licensed from video games. So Blue King Studios started out creating and publishing City of Heroes, which you made.
Just 1 second. Make him big.
Oh, yep, in Biggin. So this is City of Heroes, based on the fairly popular video game of the same name, where you create your own heroes and then go about. It's one of those, roaming videos or videos with, like, I don't know what to call it.
You like roam around and you like seek out
Right.
Yeah.
quests and stuff. Okay.
Now, Top Cow then later licensed the same City of Heroes. So they took it. I don't know if they took it from or picked up the license when it was dropped. So that's another example. Dark Horse Comics licensed Myst. A lot of people
remember that.
Yeah, this was a pretty good game. This was more of a text-based game where you had to go around the island and solve mysteries and puzzles. That was a very cool game. And then this one here, I feel this one was vastly underrated, and that's Atari Force, DC Comics. This was actually a really good story. As silly as it might seem, this was actually really good and well drawn. So, and
that was a game first. I mean,
Atari,
I guess the name Atari kind of is a bit of a clue.
Exactly, it was the game system. So I think perhaps these characters came from different games. I'm not even sure.
Okay.
My next category is here's another one from a video game, Street Fighter.
Yeah.
That's an Image comic, as you can see up here. So Street Fighter came from a game. All right, so let's see here. My next category is from books. And the first one I'm going to mention is probably pretty simple, and that's Robert E. Howard's Conan.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
So, of course, at the time that was licensed and did very, very well. There was a series of books by Anne McCaffrey, Dragonflight. So that had 3 very thick comic books.
I have seen that. I've not read it, but I've seen the cover. Yeah.
It's very good. Another one that was based on books, and this is kind of a Christian series, if you'll permit it, and that's Left Behind. This was a long series of novels, about 12 or 15 novels, that were also adapted into movies starring Kirk Cameron, just 2 movies, I believe. And then, of course, there was a series of comic books, as you can see here, all based on that same book by Tim LaHaye. So the Left Behind series was licensed. The next category I have is based on a game. But by game, I don't mean video game. I mean the role-playing games that you play at tabletop role-playing games. And Tolus, City of the Spire, was in the vein of a Dungeons & Dragons kind of game. But the world building and the backstory to Tolus was incredibly rich. I thought that was a very fun game to play, and it was so interesting that I decided I would also collect the comic book. It was a 6-issue series.
Okay.
Sweet.
I've got another one, a couple of comics that were based on toys. So you've got the Micronauts and Rom.
Oh, yes.
So those are licensed products based on toys.
Okay.
There's a few then that I have that are based on television series, like Dexter. One that was about the serial killer who hunted serial killers, right? Then there was...
Is that a serial killer?
Yes, a serial killer.
It was, yeah.
A killer of serial killers.
It's a serial killer.
This one here is based on my favorite TV show of all time, Brown Coats Forever. This is Firefly.
I do have a couple of those.
Now, Firefly, as you may well know, was also made into a major motion picture movie, which is unheard of usually once a TV series has been canceled after one.
Yeah.
But they did have Serenity, and there's a series of books called Serenity.
Was that a limited series as well?
This is actually several limited miniseries.
Okay.
One is called No Power in the Verse. One is called, what's this one called? Oh, this one's just called Serenity. This one was before this one.
Okay.
In addition to that, since we're talking about movies now, there are a number of comics. Now, could you say that a comic book based on a company that Disney owns now would be considered licensed? And I would argue no, because they own the company, right? But when this was created by Marvel, they did not yet own Star Wars.
Right.
So this would have been a licensed property at the time.
Sure.
So I have, Marvel did it at one point, but then Dark Horse picked up a lot of Star Wars content.
Right.
Yes,
They
they
did,
yeah.
They did Boba Fett, Dark Empire,
Dark Empire,
Darth Vader, the droids, Return of the Jedi. So we're back to Marvel now. This was an adaptation of the movie Return of the Jedi. It was a 2-issue miniseries. And then Dark Horse again, Shadows of the Empire, and Tales of the Jedi. So there's a lot that Dark Horse and Marvel both did with that IP that were licensed. And then lastly, this one I think is the oddest duck of the bunch. This is, I believe, licensed. You can correct me if you know better, but this is called Nightcat. This is actually a pop star who it says America's hottest singing sensation is now Marvel's newest superhero. So this is a one shot. I don't know if the glare is too much here. This is a one shot. Really sexy cover by Joe Jusko. So that sold me on it. The interior art isn't quite as good, but you wouldn't expect Jusko to do the interior art. But this is the one and only time you've heard of her in Marvel Comics. So apparently it wasn't a big deal.
Right. And this was a real recording star, was it?
Yes. Yep. Her name is Nightcat. And also
that was her stage name as well.
This is also the only time I ever heard of her was in this comic book. So yeah, that
was she a one kit wonder? Hang on a sec. I gotta dig it out.
Yeah, go on.
You need to have those ready, bud.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Yeah, this is the bargain bin. We don't have stuff ready when you need it.
For a few weeks, so
yeah.
So those are the examples that I have of licensed products.
All right, then. Cool. All right, make you regular.
Sometimes it's important at my age to be regular.
Yeah. Oh, hang on a sec. You get one of these as well.
Pun intended.
Right. But I did want to say, just before we move on to Justin's, where was it? Big package! Yeah. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. Yes, indeed. I think we'll go with Justin.
All right, so I've got two to show off. And this one,
you do.
Yeah. So this is the first one, and you've probably seen this somewhere. It is the RoboCop versus Terminator miniseries.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Written by Frank Miller.
Nice.
And drawn by Walt Simonson. That's issue 2.
Okay.
And then issue 3.
Uh-huh.
And finally, I love this cover. Issue 4.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, all of these, I'm quite proud to say, are in really good condition. But the bit that I love the most with these, and I'll show you the first issue, is that with every issue,
number 1 out of the bag.
Yeah, I know. Now, with every issue, in the center page, they had a cardboard cutout that you could take and assemble, and all of my issues have got the cardboard cutout still inside. Yeah,
well done.
You could scan them and print them.
I could do, but I'm just going to leave them as they are because I really like these. And I have to say, it was a really decent story as well. So anyone that can actually track these down, because they're pretty hard to find, like the next thing I'm going to show, I would suggest you do so. Right, so last stream, I believe it was, I showed off my Aliens hardcover graphic novels. And this is 2 from the same sort of unit. These are just individual comics. This is Newt's Tale.
Damn!
Yeah,
see, we
issues
can tell
1.
Yeah.
And issue 2.
Right.
also very hard to find now because they're well and truly out of print. But these two comics, you can make me small again. These two comics tell the story of make it small. These two comics tell the story of aliens from Newt's perspective to start off with and show how the colony fell. And I've actually seen these on eBay signed by Carrie Henn herself, and they fetch a decent amount. So I kind of bought them because, first of all, the convention I sometimes go to in my hometown, the cover artist goes to them. So I've always wanted to get him to sign them. And I've also hoped to meet Carrie Henn one day so I can get her signature on them. But yeah, those are my two contributions to that little show and tell.
Well,
so Rob, when he showed Aliens, you said, "Damn, did you have that in your pile?"
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, Aliens, Predator. Oh, hang on a sec. Make me big. All right.
No, it's you.
Wrong person.
Wrong person.
No! All right then.
Mario, where are you when we need you?
Yeah, I know, right? Jack, where are you? Come back. Make me big. So there's there's a whole load. There's way too many for my rather dainty hands. There you go. Let's we got Aliens, we got Predator, we got Aliens.
Oh, well, you got Colonial Marines.
Yeah, Predator. One thing I do like. Yeah, what?
Not in Bags and Boards?
I know. I'm a bad boy.
What? I'm here cringing. Like what?
I do have them in. I have them together in a bag. That's for
gosh,
sure.
You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls.
Hang on a sec. Oh, and Prometheus.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's bagged. Yeah.
Okay.
The film was terrible, though.
It's a little better. Oh, do you think so, Justin?
Yeah, I did not like the film.
Oh, okay.
Or Covenant. I thought that was terrible.
I did not see Covenant. I thought Prometheus was intriguing. I was okay with that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anyone got this in the UK, but
yeah, I've got the individual issues.
What?
Ah, you did. Yeah. This is the free comic day version in German.
Huh.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I kind of like this. It's a long time since I've read it, actually.
Oh, so at the top there where it says Tag, that's day in German, right?
Yeah, Guten Tag. Yeah,
right.
Indeed.
I learned that from Castle Wolfenstein. Guten Tag.
Sticking with Aliens. Ta-da!
Oh, yeah. V. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, V.
That's a television
from DC.
Series.
Yeah, dude. Do you remember which year it came out?
It's got to be in the 80s. I'm thinking 83.
Definitely.
83.
Close. 84.
Okay.
84, and it was it could have been 83 in the US. In the UK, it was 84 because it was the alternative to the Olympics. One of the channels had the Olympics, the other didn't. And what did they show? They showed V. And I remember watching it. That episode where Diane is eating the gerbil. It looks so goofy now, but now we have the opportunity to rewind and watch it again. At that time, we did. I've got a few of those. No.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see my collection's on a bit of a theme because right. So, and actually I picked up a hell of a load of these, and I only got through half of them. I think
they weren't that interesting.
If you love the series, it's tricky to reach the level of the series in a comic book form, because
Yeah.
the writers are different. Very much of the X-Files was the individual personality of Dubrovnik, Duchovny, and
Anderson.
Thank you, Anderson, wasn't it? So, yeah, and I got quite a few of those from Topps Comics. Now, I only know before this, I only knew Topps from the trading cards, the bubblegum
Yeah,
cards.
that's right. Yeah, I remember
Right.
those.
Right.
Topps did have a few superhero comics too, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
they also did the comics of Cadillacs and dinosaurs.
Okay, I've heard of
Yeah.
that.
Was that like dinosaurs as Transformers? It's
No,
like
no,
Zoid,
No, actual
they
dinosaurs.
Yeah, I think that,
who
I'm trying
drove Cadillacs.
No, I'm trying to remember the story, but I think it was like a group of people got zapped into the past or something like that. I can't remember. I haven't
With
looked
their
at this.
Cadillac.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. It's been ages now.
Right, my pièce de résistance.
Yeah,
Go on, have a guess what it is.
Go on.
It's something we've already talked about.
I already know what it is. You showed me earlier, so I'm not going to
Did I?
say.
Oh, so that's not
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Something we already talked about.
Yeah.
You got me. I don't know. Oh,
Yeah.
Alien. Let me see. Archie
Walt
Goodwin.
Simonson. Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the heavy. There's my finger. The heavy metal version.
Yeah.
And this is excellent. When the film came out, like the film came out in '79, right? And a kid at my school had.
I can already tell you the best bit I remember in that graphic novel is when Dallas, I think it's the next page, Dallas looks up and the alien's bearing down on him.
That one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Wow.
Brilliant scene. Yeah.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
That is excellent artwork, isn't it? Yeah.
And that's Simonson, you said?
Yeah, Walt Simonson.
Yeah. I remember like I was like 9 or 10 years old when this came out. And so this kid at school, God knows how his parents got it for him, but because we were the same age, right? And I was like, wow, loads of swearing in it as well.
Yeah.
Like I think the first time I'd seen the word bastard in print. Anyway, I'm going to make me small.
Yeah, my older brother had that graphic novel and I read it a few times.
Right. We got some. Whoa! God, the chat's a buzz. Right. What do we got? Predator Kindred. From the Alien series.
Yeah.
That's such a poetic turn of phrase.
One I agree with.
Wow.
Tell
us how you really feel.
Michael Fassbender kisses his clone.
Yeah, he does.
All right. Did somebody tell him to go himself?
No.
Cadillacs and Dinosaurs was like Mad Max with dinosaurs PG version. I watched that a lot as a kid. I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. All right. Yeah, cool. Right. Good. So we have had a look at your which did we look at? The GoFundMe or your
it was
homepage?
Fund My Comics.
Fund My Comics.
And,
so should we have a quick look at your homepage as well?
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
right.
My text, the way my screen set up, it kind of scrunches up, so it'd be better if you
No
shared
worries.
it if you could.
Right here, and share, and you should be seeing it now.
Ta-da. By the power of computing.
Okay, so like I said, I've been at this a while now. You can see a bunch of my characters here at the top. I won't go through them all right now. This is the the Look at Projectile Reptile, we mentioned that earlier. It had 4 different covers, one by Cayuse, the interior artist, Peter Orchard Studios, one of my co-hosts, Shelby Robertson on the limited edition hardcover, which will be coming out, and Renzo Rodriguez did this cover, the Ask Grab cover.
Baby.
We've got a quick look at Incendiary, which is the show I host every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. Unfortunately for you chaps, that's like 3 a.m., but you can catch it on the replay anytime you'd like. We appreciate the people who watch the replay. Launching in October, yes, just last Friday, on Friday the 13th, we launched the Shifter. I do not have Frigatriskaidekaphobia, so Friday the 13th is fine with me.
I don't even know what that is.
It's the
fear of Jamie Lee Curtis.
Fear of Friday the 13th.
There's a word for that now? What the hell?
If you have a phobia of the number 13, it's triskaidekaphobia. But if it's specifically Friday the 13th, it's Frigatriskaidekaphobia, because of the goddess of Fridays is Frigga.
Yep.
So in the near future, this is something I mentioned earlier. I've got some projects that are in the hopper in the near future. Dojo-kun Chronicles #1 with a cover by Eric Ninotowski is it's almost completely done. There will be a variant cover by Stefani Renee, Elliot Rodriguez, and a married couple called Candy Couple did a cover for me. So we'll show that when the time comes. These 4 issues will be coming out hopefully within the next couple of years from Dojo-kun Comics. Siamese 2, Trident's New Alliance, with a wraparound cover. Deanna Hammer of the Angels #1. Cobra Lily Bed Chambers #1. And Who is the Somnambulant? Somnambulant, for those who don't know, that means sleepwalker.
Sleepwalker.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a French word.
I don't know why, but something is drawing me to the Cobra Lily page.
I can't imagine what that would be.
There's something about it.
If that's the case, Rob, you will definitely enjoy the pinups inside.
Is it a story or is it a pinup?
It's a book, a collection of pinups.
Okay.
Of
Alrighty.
the majority of the Dojo-kun characters, female, who are in various states of undress.
I am shocked.
I know, right? All that young adult talk up here, and then I've got to, yes, I know. Dojo-kun Comics is versatile and has varied tastes.
Nothing wrong with that.
Here's some of my merch. You can get a t-shirt to wear proudly and show that you are a fan of Dojo-kun Comics. Here is my first crowdfunding campaign, Siamese. That went well. It funded in 3 days and is fulfilled. So that one was a whole lot of fun. That one I launched shortly after finding the Indie Comics circle of friends here on the internet and publishing these as a crowdfunder. Before that, here are the comics that I published. As you can see, Siamese. So this Siamese is a trade paperback collecting these 4 issues and then adding a bunch of goodies with it. So these 4 issues were individually released as floppies. This compendium is a lot like the official handbook of the Marvel Universe, where it's got a full body picture of the character and all of their stats and history and powers, etc. So it's like an encyclopedia of Dojo-kun. There's all of these books. And oh, by the way, if you go to my website and click on this, it'll take you to Indie Planet, where you can order. It's print to order. So they will print it right then and send it out to you right away.
Cool.
At the back of this one, I Am Become Death. This was originally a prose short story that Nicholas Prandtke allowed me to adapt into a comic book. No licensing was necessary on that one. He was happy to allow it. And then at the back of this one, there's a gallery of my character named Breathtaker, who you see right here. And you might understand why she's called Breathtaker.
She's asthmatic.
Got a pretty good idea.
Now, The Mad King, this is issues 1 and 2 of a 3-issue miniseries. Number 3 is underway right now. This page or this cover right here is painted by Annette Bell, and every panel on the interior is a painting.
Oh, wow.
So this is in both issues, 1 and 2, it's entirely painted.
Wow.
With this one over here, David Whalen was my collaborator on The Loved Ones. I mentioned it a while ago. This is my 100-page horror book.
Right, yeah.
The first edition was on my page, Dojo Comics, but he released a second edition with his logo here at the top. And it's now available. If you click on this one on my page, it takes you to his page, and you can get the book over there.
Okay.
So he sort of split the proceeds on that one.
Cool.
And then lastly on my page, I do have a couple more of my characters here on the right. But on the left, you see the CG guide. And yes, the bargain bin is featured. So all of the CG, all of the CG and CG adjacent YouTube channels that specifically talk about comics are here in this CG guide. You have an opportunity on my website to download the PDF right here. You can download the PDF, and you then have a schedule Sunday through Saturday of all the shows you could go on or watch, depending on what you're trying to do.
Actually.
And what I did was I collected this from my first go around with Siamese when I was going on people's shows like this, showing my book. I was on 80 different shows. So I made a spreadsheet of it all, collected it into this CG guide, and now I'm making it available.
Damn. I didn't even know there was 80 shows.
I know,
I was
right?
going to say, how many of them still exist?
Yeah.
A lot of them are gone. A lot of new ones have been launched. So I recently, a couple of months ago, I recently reached out to everyone again and said, is your show still a going concern? Is this still your list of co-hosts? Is this still your time? A lot of people said yes, but a lot of people said, oh, no, that was gone 2 years ago. Here's my new show. So this has been updated in 2023.
Cool.
And also, I have a bunch of comic books for sale. The collection for sale. It's comic books. It's toys. It's buttons. It's a number of different things that are comic book related. And I've been collecting comic books for 50 years now. In 2014, I sold a vast majority. It was 80 long boxes of my comic collection, but I retained a bunch as well. The ones I retained are now for sale, the vast majority of those. And those are mostly silver and Bronze Age, but mostly silver key issues, like the first appearance of the Falcon in Captain America 118. 117, 118, and 119. It was a 3-issue story arc. The first appearance of Falcon, first appearance of Black Lightning, the first appearance. I've got, if you're looking for a Silver Age book, reach out to me, because chances are, I can't promise it, but chances are I've got it and it's for sale.
Right. How many comics can you get in a long box?
I would say probably 300.
And you sold 80 of those.
Yes, 80 long boxes. I currently still have about.
Do you have like a superhero lair underground bunker or what?
I know you're across the pond, but wouldn't you like to know where they are?
Damn.
Without revealing where they are, I'd also like to remind people that here in the States, we have something called the Second Amendment, of which I'm a strong supporter. Do you guys know what I mean by the Second Amendment?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of cold here. That's why my arms are not bare.
Oh, okay. Very good. Yes. So don't come looking for my comics unless you're looking for them on my website, and we can negotiate a deal.
Cool. All righty. Nice.
Yeah.
Good-o. Yeah, absolutely. Good luck with the project. Good luck with the sale of your collection. We hope you do well with that. Hey, do you have like figures? Because a lot of the viewers are in the UK. So what are we looking at in terms of postage? Do we know? And is there a did you say there's a PDF version or is a digital version?
Oh, okay. So we're talking about the shifter. There is not, as it stands right now, a digital version. No, but I could be persuaded to add that for sure. Particularly when I take this campaign to Indiegogo, probably in the middle of next year.
Okay. No, I know. Okay. All right.
Now, when you said figures, were you talking action figures?
No, I was thinking, what figures are we talking for postage?
I see. Yeah, they are quite high, unfortunately. For for my book, The Siamese, because of international shipping, that book broke even. It was shipping became so difficult. I had only charged, I think, $25 for shipping, and in many cases, it was $35 to send it overseas.
Oh,
Yeah,
scheiße.
$35 US. So, and I had to eat that because it's not the backer's fault that I did.
No.
I claimed the postage incorrectly. You know what I mean? But yeah, I had backers in Australia, Japan, South Africa,
Wow.
the Netherlands, the UK, and 2 in Italy. So there was enough of them that I just listed that the postage killed me on that campaign.
Yeah, it reminds me of when I crowdfunded my book, Niven's War. While it was in editing and post-production, the postage costs all went up, and I had to pay an additional £100 out of my own wallet to ship the last of the books.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Royal Mail.
I'm not going to mention Brexit.
I'm glad you didn't mention Brexit, because Brexit might be a topic for quite a discussion.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I think we'll shelve that for another day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Let's do that.
Yeah. Good. Let's see. Definitely we got to mention Monsieur Gustave, or in absentia. Aria definitely wanted to mention Gustav today, and of course, yes, we should. Yeah, what do I have to? Am I sharing that already? Hang on a sec. Nope. Share this tab instead. Okay, I think I will. Right, bit of an update. We've got.
Oh, he's got a bit. Yeah, he's got
a bit more. He's got
Excellent.
a bit more. Yeah,
good.
Nice one. Well done. Honk if you're sexy. Right. 740. Okay, of course, my system is in euros of 115 euros goal. And if I hover over it, maybe it'll tell me what that is in converted from 641 of £100 goal. Right,
nice.
right. Good. So, 641%.
Yeah.
Nice. 25
Very
backers. Good. Ooh, 6 days to go. 6 days to go. Righty. Yeah, so, well done, Graphic Goose. And hopefully we'll see you back on the show sometime soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I look forward to that.
Good.
Good on you.
All righty. I think we'll also have a quick look at Let's talk to this guy.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing this out. I've been advertising it in Reddit, which I don't usually go near because it's a bit of a strange land for me. But the attention from there and the Discords I put it in has resulted in at least 20 pre-orders that I've got for it.
Oh, nice.
And the author who's contributed the front cover blurb there, Edie Sky, she's mentioned it in her newsletter and on her social media because she gave me that lovely front cover blurb. So I've got high hopes for it, and it's launching next Tuesday on the 24th of October, which is my birthday. So I'm celebrating it in that little way. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. But yeah, this was a hell of a weird book to write because obviously any writer who's watching this knows you tend to have an outline when you're writing books, but this one just kept going off in its own direction, and I think it did so about 3 or 4 times, and I had to stop and rework the outline to finish the bloody book. It was it was a hell of a writing journey, but I tell you what, I'd do it again because it was fun.
So this then is a prose novel, right, Justin?
It's a what? Sorry,
it's a prose novel.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we've seen Justin's drawing.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? We had that game with your drawing. Come on, show us a drawing. Show us a drawing. Make it big.
I fucking hate you right now. Okay, so
no, you don't.
We were having to do this game where we were drawing. we were drawing each other through a varies of different styles, and I think I was having to do these left-handed. I should point out, by the way, there's a reason on this stream I'm the writer and they're the artists. So this was me drawing Aria.
I love that. I love that.
This was me drawing myself.
Okay.
I don't even remember who this one is I'm supposed to be drawing. I don't know. I don't know who that was supposed to be.
I think that's Aria as well.
Well,
was
it
that
might
Jack?
have been. No, it might have been Aria. I don't know.
I think it was Aria as well.
And then there was. I don't know who this was supposed to be, but this was a bloke with 3 legs and tits. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that was me.
Is that
I
Rob?
don't know why the tits.
Somehow that reminded me of Rob.
I don't know. I know this was Rob as Batman.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
And finally,
I love that.
this-
I think that is
this
excellent.
was Dave.
Dude, you know what?
God, the shame.
You know what? I think it's absolutely brilliant that you keep them by your
Because I'll tell you why.
keyboard.
Because it's you and Aria basically going dance monkey on the stream, so I have to do it just to make people laugh.
You
Oh,
know,
he's a
that's-
regular gummy bear. No.
That's a very good point, Rob, because here he is objecting to showing them, doesn't want, oh, damn you, Rob. But here they are. They're right here.
Yeah.
By the way, I happen to have them handy.
because if I ever need a chuckle at how shit I am as an artist, I just pull those out and I have a look.
Okay.
Dude, show us the Batman again. Show us the Batman again.
Nice cover.
But that was drawn by my friend Peter. She's an excellent artist. Batman, one more time. There you go.
Dude, the Batman. That is excellent. And it looks like it should be on Rick and Morty.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, boy.
Alrighty. Let me see now. Oh yes, of course I'm gonna shill myself. I said shill.
Yeah.
And I
And
had
we all want book
good-
2.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I moved house. Come on. It's been a journey, let's put it this way. And yeah, I gotta start. Book 2 is about 60% done. Yeah,
Are you the artist?
yeah, the artist and writer.
Okay.
But let's put it this way. I really want it close to the finishing line before I really launch it.
Yes.
Because I just don't want people to be waiting around and moaning at me because, hey, I am just full of excuses, you know. So I know if I launch it too early, there's going to be a lot of unhappy people. Yeah. So I'm waiting until I'm almost done before launching. Good. Right. I can stop sharing that now. Right. Shane, if he's still there, Shane ordered Rattle and Roll and he liked it. So, hey, if people are happy, I'm happy.
That's a testimonial.
Right. Absolutely. Right. What do we got? Going on to Brexit. I think we'll.
Yeah, leave that one there.
That's a subject for another day. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Thank you for everybody who's watching on catch up. We appreciate your views as well.
Absolutely.
And Dojo, thanks for being here.
Thanks so much for
thank you
having me
very
on,
much.
guys. I think I appreciate you guys having me on the show to talk about the book, and you guys are always fun to talk to.
Well, you know, we do our best.
We try, yes.
Yeah, we do. We are very trying.
Yes.
Right. On that note, I think it's about to say, do you remember the gay wave? Dojo? Is he
Oh,
frozen? Oh, yeah, is he frozen?
I was waiting to hear Justin's response. I didn't know you were talking to me about that one.
Yeah,
The
totally,
gay
totally.
Wave.
Yeah, it goes like this.
I can see why you call it that then.
It's customary for people to sign us out with a go wave.
You don't want the guests to do that, do you?
Yeah, totally we do. Totally we do. Hey, look, Justin bared his soul and his Batman picture.
I think you've done it plenty of times, and the guests will
we
decline.
have. All right, catch you guys next week.
Thanks, everyone.
Bargain bin, let's see what crowd is in. Baba Dave and his hair. He's old man, but please don't stare. Alright, he's on the bargain bin. Now this just in, it's just in. Our new guy who just snuck in. He takes a joke, he just don't care. He's a regular gummy bear. New boy, here on the bargain bin. Bonus section, it's area black. For the furries, he's got your back. Along with Neve, that rhymes with Steve. Can she weave? She'll knit you a sleeve. Whoa, they're on the bargain bin. It's on Monday night. If you're lucky, it's on time. It's a pile of shite, but to miss it is a crime. Just out the gate, it's Rob GP. He's not a dog, but he'll make you pee. Up for a laugh, he'll laugh at Oat. If it falls flat, he'll get his coat. Whoa, we are the bargain bin. You hear the bargain bin, huh? This is the bargain bin.